Hey everybody, it's Derek, your in-house tech guy with yet another tech tip video. Today we're going to be looking at Gmail. We're going to be looking at general settings that we can change and play around with. I picked out some of the ones that I think are helpful, that might be useful, that maybe you don't know about. And then also I just want to kind of go through labels and what those are for and how those can be used to keep things organized, keep all of your mail organized, because some of us receive a lot of mail and we got to know how to go through and back and look at it. So let's go ahead and get started. So first thing, obviously, that we're going to do is open up our Gmail. And in our Gmail, we're going to go in the top right and click on Settings. And this will bring up all of our settings. And right now, we're going to focus today under General and Labels. So some of the ones that I want to look at under General, or you can look at all these, but the max page size. So how many emails do you want to see per page? You can change that. Some people want to see as many as possible. Some of us may not want that many. It just depends on how many you want to see on your screen at once. Undo send, really important. Gmail offers this. If you send an email, you can set this to how many seconds you have to undo sending that email. So I'm going to put mine at 10 because sometimes I send an email, I'm like, oh, I wasn't ready to send that one, or maybe I want to wait off from sending that one. So you can actually nix out that sending, and now you can set this to, I set mine for 10 seconds. The default reply, if you want your default just to reply to the person who sent the email, because when they send in groups, you can reply to just that person, or you can send to the entire person. I would highly recommend just doing the default as reply, because nobody likes that person that replies all every single time. And then send and archive, I really enjoy this option. And the send and archive, basically what that does is if you're replying to an email, you can go ahead and hit send and then go ahead and archive that at the same time. Instead of sending and then going through and having to manually archive, allowing this button, showing this button will give you that option to send and archive that email at the same time. Because you're done responding to it, you want to go ahead and get rid of it out of your inbox. And the next thing down here, there's some spelling, grammar stuff, autocorrect, Math Guy, I definitely want all that on. Down here, the nudges. So when you're typing emails, it can kind of, show people that you might want to send that to, or suggest emails that you want to follow up on. And this is pretty helpful. If it senses that an email needs a follow-up and you haven't followed up in a couple of days, it'll bring up a message or put it to the top and say, hey, did you follow up on this? Is this something you want to follow up on? Because for whatever reason, Google is identifying that as a message you might want to follow up on. And then desktop notifications, I don't want notifications on. I only want to see my email when I check it. But if you're someone who wants to know the moment you receive one, you can go ahead and turn these on and off there. And some of us have a picture. If you want to go ahead and put your picture in there, this is where you would do that. And then right here, when I send a message, you want to add that person. So anytime we send a message to a parent or to another teacher or somebody else, it'll automatically add that person to your contents or contacts. So it won't add them first name or last name, but it'll at least add that contact information. So next time you go to send that email, it'll automatically populate that for you. And then our signature, what this does is when we send an email, this signature shows up at the bottom of our email. So some of us, we like to put our favorite verse down there, or some positive words of encouragement or something in that signature. Always put your name in the signature as well. And then lastly on this page, the vacation responder. This isn't so much for our school email, but more so for your personal email, to turn this on so that if you're on Christmas vacation or you're out of the country, you want people to know, hey, I received your email. I'm just not going to reply back because I am vacationing right now. This is where you would do that. And then make sure you hit Save Changes down there. And then lastly, our labels. Our labels this is really cool stuff here. Adding labels to emails, what that does is, like, for example, if we want to add labels to all of our parent emails, we would create a label name, parent emails. Oops, I already have it. So parent emails, where's it at? Right there. Parent emails, these are the ones that I created, right? And so we want it to show, and it's going to be over here in my labels. So when I click on parent emails, all of my parent emails are going to show up over there. Okay, so if you have some of your emails, let's say all of these were from parents, and the reason we want to save those is we want a list that we can easily go through and say, I'm looking at all of the recent parent emails that I've gotten. I need to make sure that this stuff is getting taken care of. So once you've selected all of the ones that you want to label, you would click on the little icon for the labels, and you would click parent emails, and it automatically puts it in here for me. And you can have all sorts of labels. So if you're planning, if you're in charge of one of the houses, all of your house emails can be over here. Whatever, that's kind of how the labels work. So if you have any questions and you want help setting up some of these labels, or have questions about the general settings here, feel free to message me. We can set up a time that we can get together and kind of go over some of this in detail, but I just wanted to introduce some of the ideas of what the general settings and what they are, what's in there, and then the idea of what labels can do for you.